Hello guys and welcome back to Tenacious Trading Group. So now we're just gonna go over to gold, and right now based on my 1 hour we can see that price is very bullish. It looks like potentially might be in the pullback phase now, because depending on where you want to mark out your low, so someone might mark out that's the protected low, that's the weak high. Internally looks like price is bearish. Someone might mark out that as their weak low, protected low. Someone might mark out this as their low. So it really depends on what low you are using to point out where your internal structure is trading from. But right now it looks like potential price is in a pullback phase, but overall price is bullish. If I go to my 5 minute, it looks like price is double sided. If I go to my 1 minute, it looks like price is currently bearish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be following my internal structure and just making sure that I trade with my SMAs, and I obviously trade with the trend. Obviously we have swept pre-London high, we swept Asia high, we swept London pre-London low, but we haven't swept London high yet or Asia low. So potentially my dough could be Asia low if that was my dough, in case let's say SMA structure But also my dollar liquidity could also be London high, depending on my bias and what I'm potentially looking for. So let me just remove that. So right now 5 minutes kind of double sided, so let's just see what's going on to the 1 minute. So on our 1 minute I think price is bearish. Yeah, price is bearish. We have taken out this high, and then we have taken out this low here. So yeah, price is bearish. It looks like we've tapped into the SNDR, but for me right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for price to take out this low here first, and then I'll start looking for things again. Or potentially I'll wait for price to come back and tap into mitigate move origin, and then I'll look for trade. I'm not going to try and involve myself within this price action here. So if you let price play out, so we finally closed below the low. I can map out my new zone from there. So within this zone, where would I like for price to tap into? This area here. And obviously I'm hoping that price will react from this area here and continue to make lower lows and lower highs. We are below the SMA, so I have that on my side as well. We don't quite have the cleanest SBS, if I'm going to be completely honest. So yeah, we don't have the cleanest SBS where I can mark up my 1 and my 2. So yeah, it's part of my rules. No SPS, no trade, and I can't use this as a market structure break because it's not a validated swing low. And then obviously we close below this low here. We tap into it, and so you can see he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or somehow I have like this 4, 5. What did we end up doing? We ended up tapping into this area here, and this is very subjective. Like if you're looking for an entry confirmation, you could probably use the 618. If you're not happy to use the 618, you don't feel comfortable, then if you're looking at things from a structural point of view, what have we done? So we made a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, failed to make a new higher low followed by a new higher high. So technically if price pulls back within this area here, you could look for something and get yourself in. But if you're looking at it from proper structure, then these highs got taken out, we didn't candle close, and my last low is this area here. You can see how we've closed below this low here. So now I can look for something within this zone here. Hopefully we pull back, tap into something, and obviously make our way back down. So when you let price play out, that doesn't happen and price keeps dumping. But now we have taken out our previous lower low, so now you could draw out your new zone. Let's see what's going on here. Let me just click the charts. So yeah, so now here could be your new zone. You let price play out, and you can see how we just keep on dumping, like but this all came from me understanding where we are within price. I understood that on my higher time frame, it looks like price was in a pullback phase, where price wanted to potentially tap into something on the left and then potentially make its way back higher. And obviously if I close this chart now, you can see how we have literally tapped into something, which is this area here, and since then what happens, we've moved higher. So we've now facilitated the higher time frame, but the low time frame had to be bearish at at one point, and obviously after we've tapped that area of interest, it looks like you can see how prices now started to move higher. We've now just gotten above the SMA. If we use the 1 minute, you can see how nicely that's happened now. So now obviously I can start looking for potential long. So that's how you can use your higher time frame in conjunction with the lower time frame, and then use your lower time frame in conjunction with the higher time frame. There wasn't much that was going on. Probably wasn't a trade that we could have taken between 3 to 5. In terms of PM or morning, I don't know because I wasn't trading it. But as I always say, victory belongs to the most tenacious. Wherever you are in the world, I'm wishing you guys a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. And I'll see you lots tomorrow. Peace and ciao.